Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am home. As we are waiting for a minute for people to come in here, as I check the stream, hit the like button. That's the one thing that you can do right now. Hit the like button as we get going. And yes, I am in a different location. Let's play some guess and check right away. No prize here, but take a guess. Tell me why. And I think you guys are pretty smart. You guys are like the smartest Canucks community here on YouTube. Why do you think I'm in this room tonight? Why do you think I'm in this room tonight? That's what I want to know. Tell me why I'm in this room. And then, if you're really smart, tell me which room this is in my house. I think you guys know. I think it's pretty obvious, actually. No. Good guess, Lucas. It's not a renovation of the office. Great guess. Fangirl for a change of scenery. Another great guess, but no. Justin, NHL Showdown with the boys. Another awesome guess, but no. Coach Rob, someone is staying with you. Maybe the Pope. I would love that, but no. Lisa. That is correct. The air conditioner. Right there. You can see it. There's my weights. There's Mickey's pee pad. But yes, the air conditioner is there. And it is way too hot in my office. Way too hot. I tried. I knew it when I came home. Now I messed everything up. I knew it when I came home, but I tried to set up in there anyways. And yeah, there's no way I would have lasted. Don't worry, I don't have COVID. I think my drink went down the wrong pipe. So, got home today around 3 p.m. And then Gil and the kids are out at the fireworks. I knew I didn't want to go to the fireworks tonight. I think I've been outside and with crowds of people enough over the past few days. So I took over the bottom part of the house. One correction, Jacob didn't go to the fireworks. So Gail, Sean's girlfriend Fernanda, and Kayla, they went to the fireworks. We're actually all sleeping down here. I'm not sure if I showed you. I'll show you one more thing. So yeah, we set up the bed and everything. So it's way cooler down here. I don't know what your guys' place is. It's bloody hot upstairs. It's bloody hot in my office. So that's why I am here tonight. Yeah, got to do what's best. 33 degrees. It's warm up north too. Oh, you don't have Matt. You can come over and sleep here tonight. All right. So yeah, keep talking about your air conditioning setups in your house. I'm so happy to be with you guys. I'm so happy to be home. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks Take All in One Take. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary, my Wednesday night live stream for Wednesday night, July the 27th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Right away, moderators, thanks in advance. If something is sexist, racist, homophobic, ableist, spam, or swearing, or in another language, go ahead and delete it. Thank you, Coach Rob, right on cue. Go ahead and delete it. You can put people in timeout, but don't ban anyone from the channel. Leave that to me later on. So moderators, thank you in advance. Sponsors, Perform and Transform, Personal Training and Weight Loss. Van City Experts, that's Jason Lim and his team. Gassy Jack Art, which I can't show you because it's all in my office. Monkey Nine and Broom, my eternal sponsor. And my newest brand collaborator. Remember, I don't call them a sponsor, but they basically are. Vessi Shoes. Heard from them when I was in Edmonton. They want to do more with me, which is awesome. I'll tell you about that at a future date. But yes, $15 off any pair, and not just one. If you buy 2 pairs, you get $15 off each pair of Vessi shoes. Go to vessi.com and use the code Canuck Clay. I wore mine all over Edmonton, and when I wasn't wearing a suit, and I absolutely loved it. And yes, Matt, shout out to Clay for moving a setup to get air conditioning. So I'm not using my super nice camera, but I think I told you guys I bought a decent non-fisheye camera. So this is my new webcam, which I can use in a pinch. And I didn't bring in all the backlighting and everything, you might even hear the purr, the whirl. That's what I was trying to say. There's no such word as whir. You might hear the whirl or the purr or the burr of the air conditioner, but that's okay. I absolutely need it right now. Yes, Tiger, use whatever slang you want. And Brian, I'm glad you're here. I want to say a couple things. Oh, no, let me do the rest of my intro. Then I'll say a couple things real quick. So hold your questions. Might have a smaller crowd tonight because of the fireworks, but that's okay. I'm just not into big crowds right now, or I've had my fair share of those over the past few days. And I want to give a shout out to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame members and franchise members. Thank you all for your support as always as we continue to build the best channel, Canucks channel here on YouTube. Don't forget, for Hall of Fame and Legend, we have our Zoom chat coming up. It's this Sunday at 8:30 Pacific time. So 8:30 to 9:30. I hope that's not too late for a certain someone. And then I'll take a quick break, and then I'll do my live stream, which is going to be absolutely massive this Sunday. I know that Justin is going to have to miss that because I believe he's working at Rogers Arena, but we will have to make it up to him somehow. And Justin, thanks for giving me that heads up. Finally, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, whether you have air conditioning on or not, whether you're in Richmond, Lower Mainland, City, I went out of order, City, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. You know how much I appreciate you. You know how much I do not take you for granted. So if you would be so inclined, hit the like button. That's the last time I'll ask you to do that. You guys can ask each other to do that, but for sure, hit the like button. It helps me out, and it makes me at least it helps me know that you guys are watching, you guys are listening, and that you are supporting me here. So once again, thank you for all of your support. And a couple other things real quick. Anytime you can donate if you want, use the super chat. Anytime you can buy memberships for other people. We had a membership spree earlier this month, and that was really, really cool. And thank you. We are at 9,208. I actually lost a couple subscribers since Sunday, so I think it's because I didn't vlog at all. It's weird. Sometimes when I don't vlog, I gain subscribers, which is kind of counterintuitive. Kind of makes me sad, actually. So this one actually worked. I didn't vlog for 3 days because I was so busy in Edmonton, and I lost a couple subscribers, which I can live with because I guess that makes sense because people want consistency. Once in a while I'll get someone say, oh, you're just looking for things to talk about, or oh, you must be bored. But no, I do think daily videos is good. Jesse, I donated $2 last time and didn't get a shout out. Rude, kidding. I did though. Okay, Jesse, I don't know how I missed that. Usually I'm really good at mentioning donations, but I do apologize for that, Jesse. So I'm going to give you a double shout out. You don't even have to donate tonight. So Jesse, thank you for donating last stream. And Jesse, thank you for bringing it up this stream as well. So there, double shout out for my man, Jesse. Thanks for that. And Jacob, thanks Brian for the welcome messages. Okay, let me talk about a couple of things real quick, and then we'll get into your questions. So hang tight just for a couple more minutes. Firstly, Carol, congratulations. Congratulations, Carol. It looks like you have found a place just in time, a brand new place for August 1. So good luck with your move. I know a lot of people have been praying for you, thinking of you, sending you well wishes. So Carol, that is awesome moves. Oh, thank you. Hit that bid. I appreciate that. That perspective. And thank you, Peter. Lucas lost his loving uncle. Lucas, I hope you're doing better. It sounds like you are. So want to give, of course, some good thoughts to you as well. Okay, last thing, and then I'll get to all of your questions. Yeah, I'm home from Edmonton. What a trip. I won't spend too much time. I talked a bit about it on Sunday, but on Sunday when I streamed, I just got there and I saw Pope Francis and Justin Trudeau, and then I'll tell you very quickly about what I did for the past 2 days. Lucas, using his membership message for the month, says, Clay, just want to thank you for the personal text this last week. Has been the best week for me. I appreciate everyone who's reached out to me over the last few days. Much appreciation. That is, you're most welcome, Lucas. Of course, I'm going to make sure that check in with my friend, my legend, and make sure that you are okay. So basically my job, so Pope Francis did 4 events in Edmonton, all with different intents. Once he met at the site of a residential school. Then that night he went to the site of the first indigenous church, Catholic church in Canada. Then on Tuesday morning, it was the big mass at Commonwealth Stadium. And then last night, it was at a pilgrimage site. So 4 different audiences, 4 different messages. And I'll just say this. I won't tell you about all my trip. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen all my pictures and my commentary. Basically, my job was to travel with the Vatican media. So 75, they're called the VAMP, the Vatican Accredited Media Personnel. And these 75 people, they travel with the Pope wherever he goes, like on the Pope's airplane, whatever. They pay a lot of money. I won't say how much they pay, but they pay a lot of money, in the tens of thousands, to come on this trip. Now, so my job as the Canadian guy with this group is there's 75 of them, and they have two basically bosses that from the Vatican that work with them, say, okay, meet at the bus here, meet at this place here. But then my job was, once they got to a site, I would make sure that they'd have everything they need, technical stuff, seating, whatever it was, answer any questions. So it was kind of cool that the head of the national media team trusted me to have this job. And then the biggest thing actually I did was, the Vatican pool would always get there first, and then the Canadian reporters would get there second, and then they wouldn't fight, but they would always negotiate for spots and stuff. So I had to be there to make sure that the Canadian media had spots when they arrived minutes after the Vatican pool. A couple other interesting things. There are 3 buses of reporters to transport the 75 reporters around, but I rode in an SUV with the head of security, and then the 2 Vatican guys, and then me and Nhl, my counterpart from Toronto. So picture this, a 6-car motorcade for us. It was a police car in front, our black Ford Tahoe SUV, 3 buses, and then a police car in the back. And then that's how we traveled for 3 days in that police escort, which is pretty cool. And then lastly, no, that's all I wanted to say. So that was my job, is to work with the Vatican media. And then in doing so, I was afforded some opportunities that the general public didn't. And if you saw any of my pictures, I was close enough to Pope Francis where he could have run over my foot with his wheelchair. So I was so blessed, so grateful. Back to work tomorrow, off to Hawaii next week. But I'm happy to be home. It was being a whirlwind. It was a 5 crazy, tiring, not stressful. I wasn't stressed at all, but it was tiring. But I was so grateful for the opportunity. And I know that I am very blessed that way. Okay, let's go now. Let's get to your questions. I'll do my best to keep up. And yes, I did have a great time, Jesse. Thank you. So let's go Canucks and hockey-related questions first, and then I'll cut it off in about 25 minutes. We'll go to Ask Me Anything, and then we'll do a preview of Sunday night, Ordo, Gordo, and Wordle, and then we'll wrap up at 11 o'clock. Fangirl Clay, do you think the Canucks sign a new deal with 650 to have them be the radio home for the Canucks, or will they choose a new radio station if it's true the deal is up? They'll stay. There's no other alternative. They're not going to go back to CKNW, I don't think. There's no TSN 1040, so I believe as long as 650 doesn't mess up, they will keep the rights to the Canucks for sure. Coach Rob, thoughts on Rick DiPietro's agent saying he feels the Canucks dropped the ball in his development? I agree. That 1 year where DiPietro didn't play anywhere. He was stuck on the practice squad for the Canucks during the COVID year. So that was a major misstep, and I don't disagree with him. Would I have liked it to be out in the open, in the public? Maybe not, but he's kind of naming what a lot of people thought already. Lucas, ECHL affiliation update. Edmonton Oilers have moved their affiliate to the Fort Wayne Comets. Thank you. Fort Wayne Comets with a K. Thank you. Jogpa, were you volunteering in Edmonton? From the Edmonton standpoint, yes, but no, I wasn't volunteering that. I didn't have to take unpaid. I think a better way was I was seconded. Basically, my bishop here in Vancouver allowed me to travel to Edmonton, paid for my airfare and my meals to go to Edmonton, but I did not have to take vacation days. So I was getting paid by Vancouver to be out there in Edmonton. Now, the national team paid for my hotel. So basically that was the split. So it didn't cost me any money, which I am grateful for. And so I hope that makes sense. I was basically seconded by the Vancouver office. They lent me to the national team, if that makes sense. Edmund, are you shocked at how Calgary lost their 2 best players quickly? Makes me wonder about Vancouver too. Shocked, but they did really well in that trade. And it's fascinating being in Edmonton. There's a lot of Edmonton fans, a lot of Calgary fans. We were talking hockey a lot. Oh, by the way, Edmund, I think it was you that asked me to give me my point prediction. I think it was you, but maybe it wasn't you. And I remember I was stumbling. I couldn't do math in my head. If I think the Canucks are going to get 98 points next season and squeak in the playoffs, I think they're going to go 43, 27, and 12. 43, 27, and 12 gets them 98 points. Trevor, thoughts on Rutherford saying it's taking longer than expected to get defense? It's true. Rutherford, he's been very open and very honest, and he's not saying anything that we can't see with our own eyes. Fangirl, after Rathbone, who do you think will be the next prospect to make the Canucks? I think we're going to see Lekkerimaki next season. No, I think it's going to be 2 years. Maybe Klimovich? Yeah, that's a good question. It won't be a guy in defense. It'll be a forward for sure. Maybe Klimovich. I think Lekkerimaki 2 years away. Maybe Linus Karlsson, actually. Peter, 2 questions. 1, thoughts on the Klingberg rumors? The fact that we're not in on him? Is that what you're asking about? And that we don't have any money? And if he did find his way to Vancouver, what would be your thoughts? I like him. I know a lot of people think he's on the downside of his career, but I do like him. He'd be total upgrade on our right side. Tiger, who signs first, Kadri or Klingberg? Klingberg just fired his agent. Yes. Probably not happy that he's not with the team yet. I think Kadri signs first. Link to the Islanders. Riley. Clay, do you know Bo Horvat's first name when you say the long ways Bowie? Yes, I do know that he's Bowie Horvat. Lucas. Wichita Thunder. Hello, Becky. Edmond, do you believe the Canucks and John Klingberg rumors? Is the rumors that they're linked to him or the rumors that they want him but they don't have any money? Regardless, I don't think it's going to happen. Lindsay, why isn't Juleson being talked about as our needed right-hand D? He has size, some snarl, and his defensive responsibility, and now is fully healthy. Yeah, I thought he was okay. He had a good first couple games with the Canucks, and then I think he tailed off pretty quickly. I think he is going to be depth Lindsay as opposed to first option. Brian, hi Clay. What do you think? Hey Clay, do you think that they will continue with the regional blackouts this year on some Canucks games? Oh, I didn't even know they had regional blackouts. I am either very spoiled or very ignorant. I didn't know they had regional blackouts. Oh, because you're in Edmonton. Yes, then I think they would. Lucas, Clay, which jersey are you planning to replace your David Booth jersey? Not sure. I'm not sure. That Booth one is still in my closet. Shannon, welcome. Tanner, will the jerseys this year have branding on them? Oh, like ads? Good question. Maybe Lucas can answer that. Fillmore, any news on Brady Keeper? He's healthy. Coach Rob, hi Shannon. Taylor, it's quite crazy how NHL Live is no longer available to this country, i.e. the country that made the sport. Did not know that either. I got to catch up on some of this this broadcasting news. Do you like the new alternate jersey? Yes, Aunt Becky. I saw it after I did my stream on Sunday. I don't mind it. Edmond, link to Klingberg. They would have to move another D if they wanted John, i.e. Myers or AL, but doubt it. Myers is possible to move. Yes, that's what I thought too. That's going to be tough to get him. Trevor, when Patton says he plans to continue the NHL career, do you see him returning to Vancouver? Nope. There's no way Vancouver's going to touch him because even, well, you can... If you believe that it had nothing to do with that case and that he wasn't performing as well, I don't think they'll take him back. And I think someone will give him a chance down the road. The NHL is a very forgiving league. I just don't. He'll probably have to sign for the league minimum to start off again, but I don't think it'll be Vancouver. Fangirl, why do you think it's taking so long to clear cap space? Because you can't just clear it. You need a trading partner. That's what makes it tough. Edmund, I do believe after reading what Jonathan Toews in The Athletic said, he will leave the Blackhawks soon. We could see Kane and Toews leave Seattle. Chicago. That'd be crazy. Leon, do you still see Pullman as part of our top 6? If he's healthy, yes. But there's a big question mark if he's healthy. Ducks fan, if the Canucks shed salary, who do you think they'd give up? Well, I think they'd want to move someone like a Dickinson, a Pullman, a Pearson, or a Garland. Or OEL, but I don't think that's going to happen. Justin, hi Clay. Thoughts on JR comments today saying they and Miller are still a long ways apart, but they would still like to re-sign him. I think they're waiting to see what happens with Kadri first. Quite frankly, Justin, I don't think it has anything to do with Kadri. I think it's just a very complicated negotiation. They're going to try. It might not be the best from a value perspective, but I think they're going to wait as long as they can to try and re-sign Miller. I think that's their priority. I just don't know if it's going to happen. And Rutherford, if anything, he is very honest. Olio Levy with the Ducks. No jersey partner at the moment. Thank you, Lucas. Fertana will never play for the Canucks again. I agree, Lefty. Matt, what's the new alternate jersey? It was a supposed leak of Johnny Canuck. Lucas, Olio signs with Anaheim, 1 year, 2-way. Edmund, I think Fertana is disappointing how he ruined his career. Still not a bust, but more of a disappointment. Yeah, he had all the tools for sure. Shannon, so just wondering, heard your vlog this morning. I heard you said some players at the number that are given out. Is the NHL allowed to do that? Some players have had the number that they have given out. Yes. No, Shannon, that's usually what happens because you're simply going to run out of numbers over time. So that's why some players have had, some numbers have had 20, 25 players wear it. And if you're talking about specifically getting a number that someone already has, yeah, but I'm sure that the management has talked to previous guys. Well, Sutter's not coming back. DiPietro wears 75 when he's up here, so I don't think there are any issues with the Canucks. No, I don't think I'll get a Lazard jersey. I don't have a lot of jerseys actually, Lucas. So I like Lazard, but I want to see him play first. Hello, C Edits. What's your prediction for how many goals PD and Besser get this season? Say 29 for PD and 27 for Besser. I would love Besser to get 30. Trevor, plot twist. Benning gave players so much money they can afford housing. Peter, for Klingberg, the report was Canucks potentially clearing caps to sign him, but Rutherford came out and said they're not in a position to get him. Yes, that's what I read as well. Hello, Rosario. What do the Canucks need besides defense, realistically? With their upgrades in their forwards, I really think it's defense. Tiger, do you want to see Chase on back? Rumor the Canucks are in touch, but more of a late season signing if they can move money around. Yeah, I thought he was fine, but I don't think we need him. I think we have better pieces now. Aunt Becky, do you think they'll keep GT? They will for now. Fangirl, do you think North American players will avoid playing in Russia for a while? Yes. Duck fan, in terms of picks, what do you think it will cost to shed a bad contract? At least one player or prospect, unfortunately. Bruce, I think Kenny Taves are bitter because of what the Blackhawks management is doing and will pull a Johnny. Your thoughts? I wouldn't put it past them, Bruce, and that's not a bad thing. They've won cups there, so they know which way it's going for sure. Fillmore, if the Canucks are trying to trade JT to shed cap space for right-hand center and right-hand D, why do some fans want Jake for back? I don't know why fans want for back. Because he's neither a right-hand center or right-hand D. Matt, was it hot in Edmonton? Yeah, but not as hot as here. It was more... Yeah, it was hot, but definitely not like today here. It was about 25, 26, but not 30. Jogpod does not like the Johnny Canuck. PD will get 45. Rosario, I love that optimism. Lucas, numbers that the league will not approve. 0 and 00. That's probably true. Taylor, got a third jersey with Hughes on the back. Nice. That's mine. Very, very good. Fangirl, how long do you think it'll take the D-man Pettersson to make the NHL? 2 more years, and then he'll be in. Same with Karamaki, I think. Both of those guys. Maybe a bit longer for the D-man Pettersson because defensemen take longer. Do you have a favorite player from every NHL team? No. Maybe about half of the... Like, if we went... I'm not going to do this, but if we went through every single team, I could name one player that I like the most. I guess that's a favorite player, but I'd have to think about some of them for sure. There's not one that I can definitely say, like, on Ottawa, this is my favorite player for sure. Although now it's going to be DeBrincat. So, yeah, I could name one, but I don't have them off the top of my head. Ducka, do you think Ulevi is an NHLer or is he an AHL guy? AHL. And his history has proven that so far. Matt, I can hear fireworks. You know why they're lighting them? You can hear fireworks from Richmond? Well, that's weird. I know there's the big celebration of light downtown, but I don't know why they're lighting them in Richmond. What would you do to get rid of OEL? You're going to have to attach a couple sweeteners. I don't think it's going to be worth it. Fangirl, do you think Tampa will be in cap trouble in a few years with all those contracts? I don't know. They seem to have the management and they're not afraid to make tough calls. We'll see. We'll see. They always seem to be at the top of the league, though, no matter what. Shannon, do you think the Canucks will trade and find more players for the Canucks that don't cost so high to pay? How do NHL teams do that and figure out which players to trade and to get? Shannon, they have scouts. They have people that watch every single game, every single player, and they know how much money they have and what they want to spend. So it's quite complicated. I think the Canucks will have to. They'll probably want to make 1 or 2 more moves to become cheaper for sure. Peter, do you think it's realistic that the Canucks will get 2 assets, a young right-hand D and a first and Miller trade? No, Peter. Now that I've seen kind of what Kevin Fiala went for and what others have gone for, I actually think we're only going to get 2 or 3 assets as opposed to 4. Shannon says, hit that like button. I agree with Shannon. Brody, people on the street are saying the shotgun Jake is JT's replacement. Not even close. Will JV try to sue the Canucks since he got acquitted? I doubt it. You're allowed to... I think the Canucks had cause to terminate his contract. Well, basically, they bought him out, and you can do that for anyone. Who's my least favorite Canuck? Least favorite... Oh, that's tough. I don't know. I don't think... It's not that I don't like him, but I don't think Pullman's that good. Yeah, but it's... least favorite, that's kind of... Sounds a little bit harsh. Maybe Pullman. Justin Vertanen indicated his interest to resume the NHL career after his verdict. Do you think he will get back in the NHL? I do. I do, because the NHL is a very forgiving league. What teams do you think take a chance on him? Any team that is looking for an injection in their bottom six. I can't think of one right now, and I don't know how long it's going to take for him. Rosario, speaking of JV, I ran into him yesterday while trying to meet an Italian soccer player. Ah, what was he like? Would you say anything to him, Rosario? Lucas, players do not want to sign in Vegas due to management. Do you think a complete overhaul is on the books for the Knights? Yeah, they've kind of gotten through the first 4 years very well. First 5 years. I think we could see that happening if they continue to discard players. It's not the best. Peter, OEL's 32, but considering his huge contract, do you think it's fair that Canucks should expect more from an offensive standpoint? Yeah, coming into last season, he was a point every 2 games or 0.5 points per game, so he should get more. He barely got any power play time, though. Do you have a favorite player on the Ducks? My favorite Canucks is Demko. Yeah, I think Troy Terry's good. Christopher, who would you say is Canucks core? I'd say Pettersson, Hughes, Demko, and Bo, and then Brock on the outside of that. Brock, Podkolzin, kind of like in the next tier. Oh no! Wow, I just named the same 4 that you did, Chris. Yes. Do I think this core can win a Stanley Cup? No, they need more around them. Mark Messier is least favorite of all time. Waved at him. Does Jake Vertanen get a job in the NHL again? Gosh, Chris, are you guys listening? There's a third person that's asked about this, which is fine. Maybe, and I'm basically caught up in the questions. Yes, Jake will play in the NHL again if I had to guess, but I don't know when. But I do think that the NHL is a forgiving league, so it's so hard to guess which team. Edmond, I think Vegas GM really mismanaged the cap. Yep, they're bad. Justin, why is Mark Messier the new face of Subway? No clue. Tanner, why is NHL salary so much less than NBA and other leagues? Yeah, because they don't make as much money. There's less revenue than in baseball, football, and basketball. Shannon wants a PD 40. You listen, Coach Rob? Fangirl of Arizona's new arena doesn't happen. Do you think a relocation is going to happen? We'll see. We'll see. Gary Bettman has been loath to move them. Right? Do you have a player on the Golden Knights you have respect for? Shea Theodore? I think he's good. I like Mark Stone. I think Mark Stone's good. Lucas, you know who needs a second chance? Dusty Emo? Yeah, I was talking to some people about that. Chris, Heckley, do you agree with my hot take of Seattle winning a Stanley Cup before Vegas? No, I don't agree with that. Pullman should be traded. You need a trading partner. Chris, do you think baseball should have a salary cap? One team is spending $50 million, and one team has a player that makes more than the Anaheim Ducks make roster alone. I don't follow baseball a lot. Tell me, I presume that the teams that spend a lot have a better chance of winning, but is it necessarily always the team that spends the most? Let me know. I just don't know enough about baseball. Taylor, what reason why NHL players make less is the amount of viewers that watch the sport? Yeah, it's all connected. Number of viewers, popularity, revenue, sponsors. Peter, this may be a confusing question, but was Jim Benning favors more towards ownership pressuring him to make win now moves, or was Benning that terrible GM? Peter, we don't. That's a good question. We don't know. We don't know how much Aquilini had pressure on Benning, but ultimately Benning's job was to make the team better, and he didn't. And whether Aquilini signs off on things, pressured him things, influenced him, doesn't really matter. Benning was a bad GM. Realistically, what we could get for Pearson, Fangirl, I think a third rounder. Coach Rob, Shannon, I thought you wanted Connor McDavid. Peter, let's trade Miller for Parker, Clay, and 2 first. Book it, Jim. I think that's an overpayment for Miller. Miller for Parker, 1-on-1 should be fine. Rosero, you ever plan on seeing the Canucks play in Seattle? Yeah, if they play on a weekend and not on a weeknight. But I'm in no rush, quite frankly. I would go down to see a Seattle game on the weekend that's against a non-Canucks team. Lucas, can you see Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews being traded back to their hometown, Buffalo and Winnipeg? Not for the sake of their hometowns. And they'd probably want to go to contenders. Riley, Christopher, I would not mind Seattle winning a cup before Vegas. To be honest, who knows? Both might win one. Brody, are you worried that Pullman will get mad at you for not liking him? I have a feeling he will not find out. Frankaholic, what teams in the Western Conference do you think will take a step back this year? I think Vegas could, although they missed the playoffs, so how big of a step back? I think Calgary might. I think Dallas will. Fangirl, when is Canucks After Dark going to happen again? We talked about doing it on Monday, August the 1st. Then I'm in Hawaii for the 8th, so we'll see what happens then. Matt, would you rather never eat sushi or never watch the Canucks? Oh, what a great question. Because I eat a lot of sushi, but I love the Canucks. Oh, man. Truly, if I had to pick one, I would never eat sushi so I could still watch the Canucks. I would just find other things to... Oh, I can't believe I'm saying that. But I truly can't picture my life without the Canucks either. Oh, what a good question. Duck fan, most of the successful MLO teams spend the most except for the Angels because they know. Okay, thanks for that. Chris, what could we get for Connor Garland? Maybe a player. But Garland's so good. He can be so good. I think we got to keep him and just let him have another year, a better year. Tanner, I do not think Travis Green is being hired somewhere. I think he will be, but not as a head coach. I see him being an assistant coach. Lucas, which teams can you see trade for Kane, Toews, or both? I think it'll be a contender. I think of teams like the Rangers, like Boston, Pittsburgh, maybe a team like that. Maybe Vegas. Carl, how was your Edmonton trip? It was excellent. Thank you. Did you give the Pope a high five or a wave? Definitely a wave, not a high five. Can't touch him. I'd get tackled. Peter, who's going to take care of Mickey when you guys go to Hawaii? Fernandez family. Duck fan, oh yeah, I think we're moving to Ask Me Anything anyways, but we'll do a couple more. No, I'll ask me anything you want, including Canucks questions, and then after about 2 or 3 minutes, I'll cut off the Canucks questions. Most overrated piece of sushi roll, California. Christopher, do you think the Ottawa Senators make the playoffs? I think Boston falls, so there's an opening. I think they're one more season away, but they're going to be close. Justin, if ownership had went and supported Linden's vision for the team as president of Hockey Ops instead of signing with Bain, do you think Benning and Green would still be here today? I think Green could be, depending on obviously how well that rebuild went. But the fact that split was so big at the time, Justin, between Linden and Benning, if they went with Linden's vision, then I think they would have had a new GM by now, quite frankly. Peter, do you think Garland is Burrow's 2.0 gritty, tough? No, I wouldn't say he's gritty and tough. Like, he plays gritty for his size, but no, I think they're different type of players. I think Garland has more skill. He just got to show it more. Taylor, Clay, what is your favorite beverage? Pepsi? Fangirl, how is the flight home? Any tournaments or delays? Nope, easy. 1 hour 20. And I started watching this movie called Richard Jewell about the guy who discovered the bomb at the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. I didn't finish it, though, because the flight was too short, so I had to finish watching it on Amazon. Carl, did you hear about the Vertanen case? Thoughts? Yeah, I don't want to say too much. It's just sad for him, sad for the accuser. And, I see a lot of people jumping to Jake's defense. I think that's a bad look. I think it's a bad look overall. Just a sad situation. I like Vertanen when he played for the Canucks, so I do hope We'll see if he gets another chance. I think he will, just not with the Canucks. Lucas, which market do you want to see an NHL team game at? In a arena you have yet to been to. I would love to watch a game in Montreal or Toronto or at Madison Square Garden or Nashville. Fillmore Pods, Kuzmenko and Mikheyev are put together as line. Who is able to play center? Oh gosh, none of them. None of them, quite frankly. I don't know if any of them can win a face-off like consistently. We'll see. Maybe you put Mikheyev in there as the most. Oh, actually, Kuzmenko's the oldest, but Mikheyev is played the most in the NHL. Maybe put Mikheyev in there. Okay, so I will answer the Canucks questions that are still in the chat, but it's 10:35. Let's move to Ask Me Anything now for the next 15 minutes. So I will not answer any more Canucks or hockey-related questions after the ones that I see in there right now. Coach Rob, if you could have asked Trudeau a question, what would you have asked him? Oh, gosh. Do I go COVID? Do I go Freedom Convoy? I could go to a couple places, but it would be too controversial to say in here. Do I talk about his history? That's a good question. Maybe I would just kind of ask him about how his thoughts and how the country is doing coming out of COVID. Maybe that's a really good question, Coach Rob. I got to think about that one. Pasternak wants out. Yeah, there was a report at the start of the summer, but I haven't heard much since then. Admittedly, Tanner. Edmund, what does Instincts tell you about another move being made of Alvin? I think they'll do something for sure. Hello, Duffman. Richard Jewell. Yes, it was excellent. Blood work. Gran Torino. I saw Gran Torino. Blood work. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm with you, Shannon, about the Canucks making the playoffs. Carol, I just want to say thank you for all your wonderful. Well, we just asked you a question about the Canucks. I think by the time the new season, we'll be really strong in defense. Carol, I don't share your optimism, unfortunately, but I sure hope you're correct. Peter, as a father, what lessons did you learn when watching Jacob Bull for Team Canada and Sweden? That's a really good point. As a father, what lessons you learn? I had a pretty good perspective on just being a dad and not his coach, as I vlogged about trying to take the stress away from his bowling balls and tracking them down so he can concentrate. But I think from a pure technical standpoint is he's got to trust his gut a little more. I know you don't want to disobey your coach, but if you think that your ball and the lane is reacting a certain way, I think Jacob will learn as he gets older and more assertive to trust his gut a bit more. Good question, Peter. Matt, I saw when the Pope arrived in Edmonton, he literally had security all around him. No wonder why you can't touch him. Yeah, I got pretty close to him, which is pretty cool because of my role. Justin, what happens first? Leafs winning a first round of the playoffs or Demko being a Vezina? I think they could both happen this season, so I'm going Demko being a Vezina candidate. Carl, do you think we can ship out Myers or Garland for a D-man, or are we stuck with our roster now? It's going to be very tough because you need a dance partner. Peter, since you love sushi, what do you love about sushi? The taste, the texture. Edmund, did anyone lose their luggage during the trip? No, thank goodness. I would have had a Harry. Fangirl, did you buy any souvenirs in Edmonton for your family? Nope. One thing I love, among the many things I love about Gail and the kids, they're very practical. They don't want me to waste money on souvenirs. I'm blessed to travel a lot. As a family, we travel a lot. So we're not big in the souvenir things within the family. We'll buy for friends. Well, they will. I'm too cheap. No. We'll buy for friends or coworkers, sometimes girlfriends, boyfriends. But no, I have no boyfriends yet. Kayla doesn't have a boyfriend. No, on this trip, I did not buy any souvenirs for the family. I didn't really have a chance to, actually. Justin, what was your favorite highlight of your time in Edmonton and being so close to the Pope? Were you awestruck? Yeah, I was awestruck the first time I saw him. And then, Justin, not to sound spoiled or that whatever, but I recognize that part of... I recognize how blessed I was. And it's not like I got sick of seeing him. It wasn't that. But then I also really tried hard to concentrate on what I was there to do. It just so happened that of 3 of the 4 sites, I was within about 40 feet of him, which is absolutely crazy. But the highlight, the highlight of Edmonton was probably being there when he first arrived with him and Trudeau, for sure. Although another highlight was when he wheeled his wheelchair or got wheeled to within 6 feet of me, which was pretty exciting. Lucas, what's your favorite thing to eat at Kobe Steakhouse? The beef, the steak. I would ask Trudeau what his favorite hockey team is. That's actually a great question. Riley Clay, would you root for Vancouver NBA team? Yes, absolutely. I used to go to Grizzlies games all the time. Ask Trudeau why BC is so damn expensive compared to other provinces. That's good. Chris, what is your favorite items to order from Sushi? Mine is salmon sashimi, nigiri, chicken karage. That's good. Yeah, raw tuna salmon. I like salmon, so I'll eat salmon sashimi, salmon nigiri, salmon maki. Brody, do you yell from the stands when watching your son? Yeah, good stuff. I cheer for sure. I'll give the, especially when he hits a strike or whatever, I'll yell, great shot, Jake, or whatever. So I will cheer. Taylor, I would love for Vancouver to have an NBA and MLB team. We already have NHL, NL, CFL, and MLS. Yeah, I would love NBA back. Any good sushi, Edmonton? Yeah, Rosario is fine. It's not as good as Vancouver, but it was certainly passable. It was good. You like cinnamon salad? Love it. I love the more sour, the better. I wish Vancouver had an NFL team. Yeah, it won't happen. Did you hear about Vince McMahon leaving WWE? I did, Carl. King of the Surf. What's so special about the Pope himself to you? To me, he's the leader of the Catholic Church, a church that I belong to, a faith that I belong to, and that I'm employed by. So it's basically the highest level that you can get to. He's like the leader. So if you met the leader of your favorite organization or your favorite team or whatever, so for me it's he's charged with the leadership of the church for 1.2 billion Catholics. Matt, if I was rich, I would buy a McDavid jersey and put it in garbage can. I did see Rogers Place. I did. If you guys saw, I took pictures in front of it. Lucas Clay, would you ever do Weekend Warrior with Clay's Vancouver Warriors talk? No. Good idea, Lucas. I simply don't know enough about it and admittedly don't have the interest. Edmond, do you like Japanese fried rice? I do. Shannon, next time you go to Edmonton, I think me and Rob should do a driving road trip there and you can meet my dad. Okay, that sounds great, Shannon. Weekend at Clay's, weekend at Bernie's. Very good. Kieran, I'm not supposed to be answering a hockey question anymore, but I'll do it just for you. Which retired jersey do you want to see make a comeback in the NHL? Retired jersey? Like, not jersey number. Or are you talking about jersey number? No. Or are you talking about which jersey? Kieran, clarify your question and I'll answer it. Riley, Jake has gotten more than just a turkey. He's got 12 in a row because he has a perfect game. He's done that twice. Mamio Beach. Very cool. Rosario, how do I like steak cooked? Raw. Rare, not raw. I eat it rare. Yes, Justin, there you go. Jake has got tons of turkeys. Indeed. Zal, random thought. When they erect the Dustin Brown statue, will they take the C off in 4 years? Very good. Chris, hey Clay, which European countries have you been to? I've been to Rome, England, Sweden, Poland. Those are the 4 I've stayed in. And I've flown through Germany, but that didn't really count. So actually stayed in, Rome, England, Poland, Sweden, and Denmark, I guess. Going to Spain, France. Nice. Yeah, I know they can't have a comeback on a retired jersey. So I guess maybe. Well, we'll see what he meant. Gamer, what type of sushi would you recommend for a person who has never had sushi? Oh, this is a really good question. If you don't like raw food, then get California roll. And I better be careful how I say this. A lot of Caucasian people eat California roll. They like it because it's safe. There's no raw. Then if you're okay, try a bit of raw, but nothing too crazy. Then you get a tuna roll or a salmon roll because it's a small piece of fish with a bunch of rice and seaweed. When you get to what's called the nigiri, which is the fish on the rice, and especially the sashimi, which is no rice at all, that's a little more daring. So I go California roll and then tuna and salmon roll if you're a tiny bit more daring. What a great question, gamer. Siedets, what are you looking forward to the most for your trip to Hawaii? Honestly, Siedets, nothing. Just sitting there with my fat butt on the beach, sun tanning, relaxing. I don't need. How do I say this without sounding like a spoiled brat? Sweden was crazy, stressful because of Jacob's bowling balls. This Edmonton trip was not stressful, but crazy busy. Hawaii, we're intentionally only doing a couple of day trips, but really keeping our schedule very open. Yeah, I'm looking forward to relaxing and being with family. Matt, what did I eat for dinner today? We had chow mein, which is Chinese noodle. Oh, you know this, Chinese noodles and chicken. ADSS Lucas, adaptive lacrosse program gaining momentum. Awesome. Carl, Clay, how are you dealing with this hot weather? Do you have central cooling? Oh, no, but we have. I showed it at the start of my stream. Carl, this is just for you. I'm in my living room right now because we have the air conditioner going, and because all of us are sleeping downstairs tonight. So we're doing okay. I think it's just today and tomorrow is gonna be the heat wave, right? Tanner, what is your favorite part about being a YouTuber? I'd say two things. One, a chance to be creative and to try new things creatively all the time, express my fandom. The other thing is the community we're building. I think there are some YouTubers out there. Well, I know this. There are YouTubers out there, famous ones, not so famous ones, across the country or even local, where I think they're doing it for clout. I think they do it for whatever money and numbers, and that's fine. I'm not sure if all of them really truly care about the community they are building. I'm not just saying this for whatever, for donations or for subscriptions or memberships. You guys know that I do this for the community that we're building. And it's not a shtick when I say we're the most positive, most caring, most creative. I know that the people that I've met through this YouTube community that I've been blessed to meet in person or even online, I actually call them friends. I know what's happening in their lives and I care about them, and they know what's happening in my life and they care about me. So once in a while, I will get a comment, oh, why are you talking about your bowling? Or why are you talking about your family life? Or why are you talking about your work? Just, I'm here for Canucks talk. But you guys, you know what? You guys, that's so rare. I get that once a week or once every 2 weeks. And I simply know, and then a bunch of you go and defend me, which is pretty awesome. So I think people who know what I'm about know that, yes, I love the Canucks. Obviously, I spend a lot of time, money, and energy on them. But more importantly, I love the community that we're building and the relationships that we are building. As genuine relationships as you can have over the internet. So those are the two things that I like. Bruce, do you think the indigenous people were satisfied with the Pope apology? Bruce, that is such a, not a loaded question. That's a good question, but it's impossible for me to answer. I heard people that were completely accepting. I heard of people that were completely unaccepting, and everyone in between. As I've heard, reconciliation is an individual decision. So with 1 million people, you could have 1 million different opinions. I do think it was a good step by the church, by the Pope, and it's a much needed step in terms of truth, healing, and reconciliation, but it's far from perfect for sure. Great question. Carol, did DSS join or something? Did I miss the notification? I said DS saying welcome to the CCC crew, but DSS has been around before. But maybe I missed a notification or something. I don't think so though. It would have popped up on my screen like really loud. Anyway, oh Shannon, you've been in Denmark. That's cool. The special rolls are cool. Yes, but it takes a while to get up to that. Tamago is great. Oh, is that the egg? Blech. Describe your favorite bowl of ramen. I don't eat it. I eat udon, I eat pho, but I don't like ramen, so I can't describe it because I don't have one. How long is the flight to Hawaii? 5 hours. 5 or 6 hours. Ciedets, are you a fan of BBT? No, not at all. I've never had one. I can't stand it. All 4 members of my family love it. I hate it. That went from I can't stand it to I hate it. Yeah, 5.5 hours to Hawaii. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to try. Yeah, I'm not going to vlog, Shannon, or at least not regularly, although at the risk of losing some momentum with my channel, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm going to rip through these last questions so I can get to the announcements and then the games. Tried uni. Very good, Rosario. Carl, no. Put some earbuds in and go sleep on the floor in your parents' room. Thank you, Shannon, for that. Hey, Charms. As I will be a year wiser. Oh, happy early birthday to you, Charms. Thanks for being an awesome agent. How old are you turning, Charms? Do you care? Well, are you brave enough to divulge in the chat how old you're turning? Happy birthday. Yeah, heat wave today and tomorrow, Matt. Thank you, Kieran, for that. Welcome, Jaskrin. Jaskrin, I'm in my house, but I'm in my family room. It's where I did portions of my 24-hour live stream. My TV is that way, if you can picture it. I sometimes vlog that way. But I'm at home, but I'm just in the family room because the air conditioner's here. My office is way too hot. Hey, J-Kid. Edmond, when we have another PlayStation night versus the boys, I will talk to them. Justin, I second that statement. The community here is amazing. This has been such a blessed place for me to join, not just for Canucks content, but for life in general. Much love for everyone here. Well said. Naslin Luongo is the age. So between... Oh, not numbers. Wait, Naslin Luongo is the age? What does that mean? Naslin wore 19, Luongo wore 1. So you're 191 years old? What am I missing? Naslin is 19. Oh, sorry, Naslin minus Luongo. I thought that was a dash meaning 2. Okay, so you're turning 18. Happy, see, I'm a smart guy. Happy 18th birthday, Charms. Oh, it's hotter yesterday. I'm glad I missed it. Bubble tea and sushi is amazing, but that's okay, Clay. 50% is still great odds. Well, you know the 50. You know which one I like. Yes, I got it, Charms. I got it. And I agree with Will. Let's get some more likes. And excited for the rain next week. Sure. Do I think bubble tea? No, I don't think it, nor do I like it. Okay, it's 11. It's past 11:50. So let me go over the announcements real quick, and then we will play these games. On Sunday's live stream, I'm going to do 2 things. The first thing I'm going to do, let me get it on my screen real quick. So you know when I move stuff around like this, you know that I'm going to put something up on the screen. I have a friend named Dave Leeson, right there. And he goes by @DaveLeeson1. His number is Canucks by the numbers. Grew up with him here, did a lot of church work with him. And then he moved away with his wife. And they're in town for this. In fact, he's coming over for dinner tomorrow night. Him and his wife, Kathy, and their son, Nathan. And he generously is donating 2 things that I'm going to give away on Sunday. So he is a great graphic artist. In fact, he's done some work for me before. And he made these banners. These mini banners. So it says here, hey, Canucks fans, last month I tweeted about these mini banners. I know Justin is one person who's already been in contact with them. They're now for sale. Also offered an 8x10 print and personalized banners. So he is donating a set of these banners to me. Not with the frame, though. So 6 banners individually, but as a set that he sells usually. So he's donating that to me to give away as a prize on Sunday. Pretty sweet. Obviously, these are the 6 players that are jerseys retired by the Canucks with their proper colors and logos. And then he's also giving me this, which is the same, but picture this as one 8x10 print. 8x10 print. So I'm going to do 2 giveaways on Sunday night because he's going to give it to me tomorrow when he comes over for dinner. One of them will be a set of 6 banners, again, not in the wood box, but the 6 banners, individual banners. I mean, you can frame them however you want. And then he's also going to give me one 8x10 print of these banners. So I will give those away on Sunday night. Also, the thing I'll be doing on Sunday night is I'll be making my big announcement as to my plans for this channel for the fall. And you guys are kind of guessing about it on Sunday. You can keep guessing in the chat, but I will do that as well. So 2 things to look forward to on Sunday night. Number 1, the giveaway for the banners and the print. And number 2, my announcement of my fall plans for this channel. And again, if you want to put your guesses in the chat, that's pretty cool. But yeah, Shannon, where do you find the link for this person? I'll share all that on Sunday. But he's Dave. It's right here. He's Dave Leeson 1 in Twitter. Actually, I'll put that right in the chat so you guys can have it. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoy me on Sunday. I know that Justin can't because he is working. But hold on. Well, I can't do this. I don't know if Matt's... No, I promised myself I will not get annoyed when someone points out the time to me. But that's why, Matt, it says tentative schedule. My stream, my timing. No, I'm not annoyed. I'm just making a point. Okay, there we go. Twitter.com/Dave Leeson. Oh, shoot. That's not clickable because I didn't put the HTTP. Yeah, you know, Jasker and Matt, love you guys, but I'm not going to acknowledge it anymore when you bring it up. You can type all you want because it's not going to make me go any faster. All right, there we go. So if you want to follow Dave, you can click on that Twitter account right there. Okay, that's better. That is better. Let's start with Ordle. I wanna do one thing real quick, you guys. I need to drag, but I don't want to show you guys my screen because that's not right. Okay, here we go. Who's this? Who is this guy? Oh yeah, right. If you played this already, don't spoil it tonight. I like Fangirl's guess of Eichel. That could very well be Jack Eichel. Similar hair. Okay. So we got correctly. He's in the Western Conference, so he's not in the Pacific. So he's in the Central Division, and he's not American, and he's right-handed. So basically, give me, and he's not a center. So give me a player from the Central Division who's not American. Louis is technically a free agent, right? No, I'm not going to pick Louis because he's younger than 25. All right. Riley says Roman Yossi. Does he have hair like that, though? And I think he's older than 25. Well, I can already tell it's not him. Yes. So, not the best guess ever. Because I don't know why I typed it. Because he's way older than 25. And we knew he was part of Central Division. So we kind of threw away a guess there. Yeah, I don't think that's Makar either. Okay, let's go. No, Tanner, it's not Erickson. He's got to be younger than 25. No, Matt, Roussel is too old. You don't get to guess, Matt, because you're the timekeeper only. Kidding. All right, guys, give me someone from the Central Division who's younger than 25. Anyone from the Central who's younger than 25. All right, thank you, Jaskrin. Robert Thomas from the Blues. What a guess. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So now we knew it was Central, but we nailed Canadian. We got the age, which is pretty important. Right-hander, but we still don't know if he's a winger or a goalie. We know he's not a D, which is good. So he's a winger or a goalie. 23 years old in the Central Division. Clayton Keller. Love it. Love it. Oh, but he's not Canadian. What am I doing? But the good thing is, Actually, you got the age, Rosero. That was a good guess. Okay, so we know now. Here we go. Right winger in the Western Conference, Central Division, Canadian, 23 years old, shoots right. Okay, no problem. We still have 4 more guesses. I think we're going to get in the next 2. So Central Division, right winger. Who's young and who's Canadian? Remember, no cheating. Don't look it up. Ehlers is not Canadian. I'm trying to think of the Central Division teams. Canadian right winger. Dallas. Robertson? DSS, it's not the Pacific Division, so it's not Pedersen. Is Robertson a right winger? Kyle Connor. I don't think Connor's 23 years old, though. He's older than that, isn't he? And I've never seen Kyle Connor with hair like that. That's good hair, for sure. Hey, John. No, Sagan's way older than 23 years old. Zegras plays in the Pacific. Okay, guys, who's a right-handed center? Sorry. Who's a right winger in the Central Division who's 23 years old? Canadian. Adam Fox, defenseman. American defenseman, Shannon. He sure is not Canadian. Right winger. Right winger. Central Division. Right winger Central. Nashville. You know, I want to try Robertson, although sorry, horrible guess. I wasted a guess. My bad. Because Robertson's American. I got the age right, but Robertson's American and he's a left winger. But at least we narrowed down that's not Dallas. So it's either going to be Colorado, Minnesota. Oh, who's Minnesota? Yeah, I know I screwed up. No, McCarr's a defenseman. We need a right winger. Byron's a defenseman. Kachuk doesn't play in the Central. This is tough. I don't even know who's in the McKinnon is not 23. Dubois. Dubois is a center though, isn't it? Well, Boris Kachuk on the Blackhawks? Who's that? I don't know who that is. How come I haven't heard of Boris Kachuk? This is tough. No, Darren Helm's too old. This is really tough, you guys. We might strike out here. Okay, let's try it. Okay, good guess because Canadian almost got the age, but the most important thing is we got Chicago. So now we just got to find who's the guy? They just traded Kirby Dach to. Oh gosh, you guys, we got Chicago. Who's a right winger on Chicago? Who's 23 years old, Canadian? No, Kane is like 33, not 23. We can do it, you guys. We can do it. Yeah, you know, maybe we should do radish. It's got to, yeah. Let's try radish. Someone already said that. Oh. Okay, we have one last guess. We have one last guess. $23 old, right winger. Yeah, you guys are right. It's got to be that. I don't even know who this guy is, but I trust you. How do you spell it? Entwistle? Oh, that looks like his hair. Oh, wow. You guys, oh, I didn't know. We actually took it to 8 tries once before. So very good, you guys. Someone actually said it one guess higher. So Taylor got it. You guys, I don't know much about this player. I better find out. I'm going to look him up real quick. He had 12 points in 55 games. So, wow. Very good, you guys. I will give you guys props. It took us all 8 tries, but we did it. Hopefully this one goes a lot faster. Let's go, Gordle. That was hard. 6 letters today. I'll take the first 6-letter name I see in the chat. 6 letters. All right, Jaskrin gets in first. Let's go Dubois. Okay, only the I sticks. So I'll take the next name I see with an I, but doesn't have a D, U, B, O, or S. Can't use Bieksa. Who's Tracer? But I can't use Tracer anyways. I need a name with an I in it. Iginla. I can use Iginla. Hey, great guess, actually. Great guess. So we know this name now has a G, an I, and an N. So I'll take the next guess. It has a G, I, and an N. Gerard. No N. Is there anyone's name who ends with ING? Like boring? No, that's not a guy's name. Garland, firstly, is 7 letters. Taylor, funny. Ooh, nice. Lemerson, that is a great guess because here's the I, here's the G, here's the N, and we didn't have T. I think. Oh shoot! I thought we were gonna get it. Great guess, Lemerson. I really like that, actually. Okay, so at least we know that the G is in the 4th position. This is tough. Coach Rob, Sillinger is way too long. It's got to fit into 6 letters. It's got to have an E in it, right? Because we've tried U, O, I, and A. So it's got to have an E in it. So there's at least N, I, G, and an E, I think. There's got to be. Actually, maybe not. So you guys don't... I love that. You guys don't find this boring when we're just sitting around playing these games? McGinn? Oh, no, McGinn won't work because it ends in Ginn. G. Could the last 3 letters be Gin? Gin? Well, what the heck? No, Duck Fan, McGinn won't work because the G's in the wrong spot. This is tough. G. This is very tough. IG. Trying to look at some of the letters we haven't used yet. Finger. Wait, is there a guy named Finger? Yeah, Justin, yeah. Is there a guy named Finger? Okay, that was a total Jeff Finger. That was a total joint effort because I think I know I said it before Justin typed it, but I also know that there is a delay. So Justin could have very well said it before, typed it before I said it, or we might have just said it at the same time. So Justin, legendary Justin Credible, let me know. I'm just curious because I rarely get these. I rarely guess. Did you type Finger before you heard me say it? Which then I would give you all the props. Did you type it after I said it as an affirmation? Then I'll give myself the props. Or were you thinking about it even before I typed it and it just showed up after I said it? Then I'll give both of us the props. Regardless, good job, Justin. Great minds think alike, obviously. And now we go to Wordle. All right, five letter word. Actually, I don't mind Grant, although I would love more vowels. Yeah. Brits. Jesus. Brits I could use because... Oh, no, I can't. Because of the R. No, you guys, I need a word that has T. Yeah, I'm not taking any of Jaskrin's first guesses anymore. Through. I can use... No, I can't use through because of the R. Bolts. I can use bolts. Hey, not bad. We got the O and the T. So I'll take the next word I see. No problem, Justin. I'll take the next word I see that's got an O in the second position and T in the fourth position. And you guys, we need more vowels. We haven't tried the I, the U, or the E yet. Peter. No, the second letter's got to be an O, you guys. How about mouth? Should we try mouth? Okay, I'm throwing a guess in because I'm playing too. Okay. You guys do the next one then. We got the M. Motto. Oh. It could, yeah. Yeah, it could be motto. Hey, very good. Who said that? Trevor and Justin. They type it in at basically the same time along with Matt. Very good, you guys. So once again, we go 3 for 3 in our games because we are just that smart. Thank you, everyone. We are very smart indeed. So I'm going to wrap up here. I'm about 15 minutes over because this game took a little longer than expected. Because that Gordle was very hard. I mean, sorry, that Ordle was very hard, but we did get it. So thanks, everyone. The model line. Hey, everyone. I really appreciate you joining me on a Wednesday night. I know midweek, heat wave, maybe some people were at the fireworks. We still had a decent crowd tonight. It was a nice way to come back home, to come back and see all of you on here. So I invite you to join me on Sunday night. Once again, giving away 2 prizes from Canucks by the Numbers, Dave Leeson, and then also going to make my big announcement. However, if you're part of the group Zoom chat, Hall of Fame and Legends, I will give you, I will tell you about the announcement during our Zoom chat, so you will hear it before the rest of the crew. Just a small perk that you get for that level of membership. So my friends, thank you for being here tonight. As always, I want to thank the sponsors, Perform Transform, Van City Experts, Gassy Jack Art, Monkey 9, and Vessi. Thanks to all of the moderators for doing your good work, as always. Hopefully you didn't have to do anything too crazy tonight. Thank you to anyone who, I don't think anyone joined as a new member tonight, but do we have any new subscribers? Nope, we're still at 9208, which is fine. And then, so a bit slower in terms of activity, donations, subscribers and members, but that's fine. I had a lot of fun tonight. I love sharing about my trip, love answering your questions, and love to reconnect with you once again. So don't forget, this Sunday night, I hope you join me for my live stream, 10 p.m. And prior to that, members, Hall of Fame and Legends, 8:30 Zoom chat. I will send you that link. I'll post that link in the afternoon on my memberships tab. Okay. So as always, subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video on your way out. Leave a comment down below if you like to. And once again, thank you for your support on this channel. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. And I will see you all on Sunday. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Actually, let me just check. See you Sunday. Good job. Nice. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Bye. See you Sunday. Why did the bike fall over? Because it's too tired. Very good. Good night. This was fun. Thank you, Carl. Good night. Have a great weekend. Okay, awesome stuff. Charlie wants to be on the chat. Sure, just get him to start typing something. In the meantime, I'll give you my bad dad joke. So as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay cool. Literally and figuratively. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay cool, and have a great rest of the night and have a great rest of the week. God bless, and go Canucks. Oh, I messed up the order. I'm supposed to do the joke and then say God bless. Start again. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. By the way, I must tell you that one of the things that Gail and I fight about all the time is she says I have no sense of direction. So the last time that she yelled at me for having no sense of direction, I packed up all of my stuff and I write. God bless, and go Canucks.